Smart reporter Leslie Foster is here to tell us what we need to do to settle debts. Leslie?
All right, Anita, you can climb out of that financial hole. Debt settlement companies can offer a rope. U.S. News and World Report's Kimberly Palmer is here with some things to consider, though, before you grab hold. Welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Leslie.
I guess the first thing to ask you is, when should someone even consider debt settlement?
Well, debt settlement can be a really good idea if you're starting to feel overwhelmed with debt. You have at least $12,000 in credit card debt, but you can still afford to pay a fee to actually get help negotiating down that debt.
And what's ironic about this whole process is that fee is not cheap. And so if you're really in a bad situation, this is not the option for you.
That's exactly right. Debt settlement works by a debt settlement company takes you on as a client for a fee, usually about 10 to 15% of what you owe, and they will negotiate a lower settlement rate for you with your credit card company. So you might end up paying less overall, but you still have to be able to afford that fee. For people who can't even afford that fee, credit counselors are really the way to go because they will take you on often for little or no money.
Now, if you do sign on with a debt settlement company, are they helping to correct the behavior, or are they simply just trying to negotiate the debt itself?
Well, that is such a great question because really debt settlement companies are really focused on negotiating the debt. If you need help changing your lifestyle, learning how to save more, learning how to just manage your debt, manage your entire financial life, then a credit counselor can help so much because they really take a holistic approach and focus on education.
Now, any kind of intervention of this sort impacts your credit score as well. It's not quite as bad as bankruptcy, but what is the impact to your credit score if you do this?
It can be quite significant. For about a year, you're going to take a pretty big hit to your credit score if you go into debt settlement. But in the long term, you will be able to, within about a year, start to rebuild your credit score. So really, even though you're going to take that short-term decrease in credit score, in the long term, you'll overall increase it.
In general, what's the takeaway message for consumers if they're weighing the pros and cons of debt settlement?
If you start to feel out of control in terms of the debts that you're owing, but you still have enough income coming in that you can pay a fee, then by all means go to debt settlement. If you're completely overwhelmed and really need help overhauling your financial life, call a credit counselor.
All right, Kimberly Palmer, great advice from U.S. News and World Report. Thank you so much. And if you want to know whether debt settlement